She-Bag got me.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
One mistake.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
They set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move football, but that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun snap for Smith. Touchdown. Geno Smith, 45 yards. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. But even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sidelines going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception. Here's Smith. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Now Geno. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Kirk. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
You got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Smith on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Bullard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the 50, it's Smith. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno down to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And now a high kick trying to pin him back.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter with Kirk. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First down, here's the run with Kirk.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
To throw is Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kirk. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Cousins gives way to Kirk. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. see they're ready to kick this one off. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 36, Smith. Short throw to Disley. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Geno on 1st down.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now here's Michael Dixon. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, Cousins. Throw left side, complete. That's Osborne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cousins now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, Cousins setting up the screen for Kirk. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And they will take over first and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know it's a safety. When I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice ball.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down. Line of scrimmage towards the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Kirk. They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They'll fake it. Now Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Kirk. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Daniil Hunter.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
On third down, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people with bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. Buying time, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Oh, they get to the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Smith. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. To throw is Smith. Steps away. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, he didn't get much, but he didn't need much. He got just enough on that play. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape, and he got to the sideline and got out of bounds, picking up a 1st down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Nowhere to go that time. Mighty got out to the 25.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And here's Ryan right now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28. Shoves him aside.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Throw out wide to Walker.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Fair catch signaled for and taken, and that punt went nowhere. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. A short kick taken at the 18 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quadray Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Smith. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jonathan Bullard getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Smith on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
After the sack on 1st down, Smith.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as has that one. Good for 15 and a first.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision to go. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Colby Parkinson from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now come the Vikings. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Geno and Wosu got the sack there.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Smith. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Smith. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. Already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Play action. It's Smith. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just saying, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Cousins now. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark. Obviously, he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been truly flowing for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And now here's another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kirk Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Quickly to Hawkinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen.
And the Vikings take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Ready.
And going right back to Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Here we go. Stop.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Geno down to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-score game. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got some space here.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Darrell Taylor picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Geno. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith, he lets it fly for Lockett, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Smith. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Geno able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Eluding the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. It's probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves it with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, it's Walker, and this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Cousins again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 7th play of this drive coming up. A long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Past the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clock now under 30, ticks and running. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Cousins on first down. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd and 10, Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings. We thought we might have a good close game, and we did when it came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that really did it.
That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no payoff for them. Right now, they're probably in their locker room trying to comfort themselves with the clock just ran out.